This is a recap on gold, a trade which we took yesterday during the NFP, and this is it. Let me show you on how we managed to catch these sales, which went to around over 400 pips, right? Let me show you how we managed to catch these sales, right? So over here, this is gold on 4 hours time frame, right? So we had what gold is very number one, gold is very bullish, right? So we had this low being taken out, so this might give us what, a break of structure to what, downside. But this is an area of liquidity, right? This is an area of liquidity, right? But we have a break of structure. So this break of structure was caused by what? So this is the supply zone which caused that break of structure, right? So market was pulling back to this supply zone, but remember, we are number one, we are very bullish on gold, right? So what market, when approaching to this supply zone, before approaching there, it gave us what? It gave us this area a break of structure, right? This is a break of structure, right? Whereby before market giving us a break of structure, you can see it clearly took out what? This inducement level, right? So this is an inducement level whereby it was taken out, right? So this inducement level was taken out because market gave us this break of structure down here. So we all know that after the break of structure, the first pullback, we treat it as what? As an area of inducement, right? Whereby market came to this demand zone, right? To this demand zone, and we took some buy, right? And we took some buy from here, but we have another break of structure, right? But market has tapped to this supply zone, which caused what? This break of structure. But keep in mind, we are bullish, right? So how did we manage to catch some sales from this supply zone? So this supply zone, the only sales we are taking here, it's a pullback for this break of structure, right? So all along, after that break of structure, all along, this is what? This is our strong low, right? So this is our strong low. As I have said, this is a strong low, right? So we expect the demand zone at around that area. We do what? We pick some buy. So 50% of this range. So market is in what? It's at the 50%, right? So this pullback here, it was an what? It was an inducement, right? It's an inducement like that, right? So it is an inducement for this break of structure. So the demand zone we are supposed to be buying from, it's from either from this area at the 50% where the market has tapped, or from the extreme level, So we can refine this week here to around that area, right? So this is what on Monday we are expecting, either to buy from here or from this area, right? So how did we manage to catch these buys? And I mean these sales. So these sales came from a higher time frame or from a daily time frame. So let me show you. Let's go back to daily. Okay. So on daily, this is what happened. We can see that the candle of Thursday. This is the candle of Thursday, right? This is the candle of Thursday. As you can see here, is the Thursday 05 June. So this is the candle of Thursday. Went above and swept what? It went above, sweeping the Tuesday candle high, right? So it went above sweeping the Tuesday candles high, closing what? Inside the range, right? So it managed to do what? So this Thursday candle, it managed to sweep the Tuesday candle and the Wednesday candle, right? So closing inside the range of those two candles, right? So after sweeping the high, so we are supposed to be targeting what? The low, right? But remember this, we have a breakout structure, and this is our demand. This candle here, it's our demand, right? It's our demand. Remember that this black candle here, it's our demand, right? So if we manage to sweep the high, so we are supposed to be looking for a sales. That's why on Friday we only concentrated on sales, right? So let's go back to 1 hour. Let's go to 1 hour so that I can show you where you are supposed to be taking your sales from. So you must locate. So we've seen that this is a sweep of liquidity. Okay, so that's a sweep. That's not a break. This is not a break of structure, but this is a sweep on a higher time frame. But on 1 hour, you can just see it as what? As a break of structure. But this is not a break of structure. This is a sweep of liquidity. So let me show you on how you could have managed to do what? To catch some sales from this area. So let's turn to a line chart. Let's turn to a line chart like this. So on line chart, we can see that a rally, some consolidation, and a rally. So this consolidation here, we have some orders being left here. So we are supposed to be looking for some sales from around this area. So you could have taken your rectangle like that, and that area to be your supply zone, right? Remember, we have a sweep of liquidity around this area. So we are not we are not even convinced that market will go up there. So we have this area, right? So let's do this. So market, when it tapped, it mitigated our we can call it our resistance area. So when market mitigating this area, right, we narrowed down to 30 minutes to look for entries, but we needed more confirmation that market it's rejecting this area. So what was the confirmation? The only confirmation we saw that it is only this. So we had this high being taken out like that, right? So this high being taken out like that with this engulfing, bearish engulfing candle, engulfing this candle. So, and leaving what? We have, it left what? This favor look up at around there, that area. So number one, this area, this favor look up around this area, this was your first entry. You could have entered from there on 1 hour, right? Stop loss around this high, okay? So you could have entered from that area, stop loss this high, all right? You target the daily demand, where the demand is, right? So on 1 hour, this is the first entry you could have taken, all right? So let's go to 30 minutes. We can see that, and also we can see on how you could have gotten a second entry, okay? So let's go to 30 minutes. So on 30 minutes, okay, so after market mitigating our favor lookup, right, it gave us what? This engulfing candle, which had what? This supply zone, right? So you could have marked this engulfing candle, this this supply zone there, right? Like that. You take your entry there, right? You take your entry at there. Then stop loss just above this area. So stop loss above this area. then you target what? The daily demand there. So this is how we manage to do what? To catch the cells. All right. Okay. So how? Okay, on 30 minutes. Also, this is how you could have taken what? Your first entry around this area. So from this area, I mean from this area. So if you could have not seen this resistance level, so you could have seen this. Let me show you. Do you see this candle and this one, and then this? We have this candle. This candle, it's weak, it's here, and this candle swept this candle and closes inside. Then this candle swept the high but closed what? Inside. This candle swept the low of this candle, closed what? Inside the range but below the low of this. All right. So this is just a bit of some consolidation going on around here. So this is a build-up of orders. And remember, this candle also went above, sweeping the high of this candle. And this candle, which has been swept the high, it took what? The low of this candle, but closed what? Inside the candle, inside the range of this candle. All right. Okay. So this is where you're supposed to be taking your entries from. Sniper entry. Sniper entries from there. Sniper entry. Sniper entry. Dropping. All right. And you can see the move which was approaching this area. It's a corrective move. All right. It's an exhaustion. All right. So you could have taken your first entry there, but if you needed more confirmation, this is the area where you could have taken what? Your confirmation, and also this area. All right. So that is it on gold. That's how we managed to catch some sales. That's why we were very, very confident that we had some liquidity, some like trend line liquidity here, which was supposed to be swept there, and we have some inducement here, and we have something like that liquidity. So we have liquidity here. So that's why we are very sure that this market was going to drop. So that's how we trusted our analysis, and we had some sales. So I'll show you. Let me show you on how we entered for the sales. Just a little bit. So let's go back to 1 hour so that you can see on how we entered the sales. So this is the opening of positions where we put our stop loss. Okay, so we entered here, stop loss above that area, and this is the results, right? And that is the results. Okay, that is it. And that is it.